At this point, you've probably seen plenty of videos talking about how the Nintendo eShop for both 3DS and Wii U is closing March 27th. Every Nintendo YouTuber and their mama and grandma and great uncle are making videos on this topic. I am making this video to really double down on downloading Pokemon Bank on your Nintendo 3DS. Now wait, because this is what everybody's doing. They're dismissing that message. No, seriously, if you have a 3DS, a 2DS, anything, make sure you download Pokemon Bank. I am talking to two categories of people. One, there's plenty of people that are like, oh, March 27th, I got loads of time. And they said this when they first announced that the eShop was closing like last year. It's now not a year later. It's happening like in a week or two. The other type of people I'm gonna talk to are the ones who are saying, I have a Nintendo Switch now. Why would I need to download Pokemon Bank on a Nintendo 3DS? As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna sell that thing. Just hear me out. Let me explain. Pokemon Bank is a free to use application on the Nintendo 3DS. This allows any of the pre-Nintendo Switch games for those Pokemon to transfer on to the new ones. So anything from Let's Go Pikachu, Eevee, Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Legends Arceus, and soon Scarlet and Violet, any game that is not listed of those, so we're talking Gen 1 through like 7, are only compatible with those games through Pokemon Bank. Back then, if you had a Game Boy with the original cartridge, the yellow, blue, red, from that to Gen 3, you would use a link cable or the wireless adapter. So we're talking blue, red, yellow, crystal, gold, silver, fire red, leaf green, ruby, sapphire, emerald, all of those you could transfer through the link cable. But when it came down to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, you needed the Nintendo DS, which was this one, the DS Lite, or the regular DS as well. And you would pop in the GBA at the bottom, and you would have the Diamond or Pearl or Platinum at the top. And that's how you were able to transfer those. You get the point. There is a way to transfer every game. As it stands right now, the original game, as long as you know how to transfer from console to console, from game to game, you can have the Pokemon on your original cartridge from the first ever game to Sword and Shield to the Scarlet and Violet to the brand new video games. You must pay $5 for Pokemon Bank, but as of the 27th, it will be free. However, the eShop would be closed, so you cannot download it. It will be free to use, but first you have to go into your DS and download that application. It is free. You download Pokemon Bank onto your DS, and that way you have it secured. When the 27th drops, Pokemon Bank will be free to use. You won't have to pay the $5 subscription fee. However, what we don't know yet is that you have to pay $5 for the subscription fee in order for you to be able to download Poke Transporter, and that's how you get Pokemon like from Black and White onto the newer games. So if you're really into it now, I would suggest pay that $5, it's only $5, and then you can have Pokemon Transporter, and that way you are completely set. You will never have to worry about anything. If you want to take the risk, you can still at the very least transfer all your 3DS ones. So that's X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, all those are still compatible as long as you have Pokemon Bank. It is Black and White 2 in the games before that you might have to worry about if you don't download the Pokemon Transporter. And again, we don't know. Maybe that will be free as well. Maybe when the 27th hits and Pokemon Bank is free, you can just go ahead and download Pokemon Transporter. That's what I would imagine would happen, so I don't know, but again, it's a risk. I already have it, but if you guys don't want to take the risk, pay that $5 and get this Pokemon Transporter, just in case. In order for you to get all of your previous games, I'll show you. This is my Blaziken in Pokemon Emerald. This is my first ever Blaziken, this is my first ever Pokemon, and let me show you something. He is with me in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. It's the newest game as possible. Scarlet and Violet will be soon, but I mean, look at Sword and Shield as well. Here he is. He's chilling. That is my first Pokemon ever, still with me. He's done Mega Evolution. He's done Z moves. He's done the Dynamax. He's done it all, and soon I can't wait to get him to Scarlet and Violet so that he can also Terrasilize. This goes for my Scizor. Look at this is my Scizor right here. I use it competitively now. Now, there's many of you who may say, why would I care? Those are old Pokemon games. I have A Switch. This is where all the new games are. Why would I have a Switch now. Why do I have to worry about Nintendo 3DS? That's so old. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is something I've experienced with many people, especially Pokemon, because of how large Pokemon is. This is gonna be weird, but not only do times change, but people change, and that means you. I can't tell you how many times, man, people are like, I don't care. I don't really care about this Nintendo news, or I don't care about this Nintendo thing, or this Pokemon thing I'm about to miss out on. Or even right now, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are having events where you're able to capture the mightiest marks of Charizard and Cinderace and Greninja, and some people really don't care. Some people are like, oh yeah, I missed it, big whoop, like, and you'll see all these headlines like, oh, make sure you get your Charizard, and people are like, okay, whatever. And then months pass, and people are like, oh man, now I'm actually really into Pokemon, and I missed out on that Charizard. Man, I wonder if anybody has extras. Even right now, I'm more into like making content and doing other things. Not really into Pokemon right now. I'm like trying to focus on other stuff. I've dedicated so much time to Pokemon, I need a break. But even then, I'll drop in for an event or two because I don't want to miss out on anything, because there's going to be a future time where I'm going to be really into Pokemon again. So who knows, maybe at some point you may be like, oh man, I really didn't care about transferring over my Pokemon games, but look what I found underneath my bed. Oh my gosh, it's Pokemon Yellow version. This is where I got my first ever Pikachu, right? And then you're like, oh man, I can transfer it to my Switch and play with my Switch. I can have my first ever original Pikachu on my Nintendo Switch. That's awesome. Well, guess what? You decided to just let time pass. You didn't download Pokemon Bank, and now you can't transfer that Pikachu over. And that is what I'm saying. Download Pokemon Bank. You may not care about it now. It may go over your head, and you'll be like, whatever, I'm not gonna care. You never know. Maybe later on, you might care, and you might be like, oh, bummer. If I just took like the 5 minutes to open up my DS, download Pokemon Bank, and be ready. You never know. What if there's like a future time where you're like, man, it would have been so helpful if I had all my old Pokemon. This happened to me when I got into Pokemon competitive, when I got into rank battles and stuff. I never cared really that much about rank battling, but last year I got really into it. And I had to grind out all these Pokemon? No, I didn't, because I had all of these Pokemon already ready to go. I had like my original Scizor, my original Flygon, my original Groudon, Kyogre, all those Pokemon that were used for competitive, I had them already done, made, I already owned those from the past Pokemon games. So I transferred them over and, tweaked them a little bit with the new mechanics, and bam, I have a competitive team made of all my old Pokemon that I had when I was like 10 years old. It is, I'm telling you, as somebody who, has gone on and off of Pokemon and then decides to go through all the old games and bring them back and use them for like modern games. It's really rewarding, and it makes you feel like an actual Pokemon trainer, because you're like, wow, this is like my life's journey with the franchise, and like it still continues to this day. Some people might not see it as that deep, but that's how I felt about it. And I know I'm not alone. So, if for any takeaway for this video, download Pokemon Bank now. Go get your DS, your 2DS, your 3DS, whatever it is. Get it now and download Pokemon Bank. Don't just wait. I promise you will forget, and then you're just gonna be like, oh dang, I never downloaded Pokemon Bank. And now you're gonna be asking all your buddies, hey, does anybody have Pokemon Bank? Don't be that guy. Just go ahead, get your DS, download Pokemon Bank now. It's free, you have nothing to lose, and you might have potentially a loss later. Thank you guys for watching. That is my only message for this video. Download Pokemon Bank. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.